Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're looking at 9 seasons of television that bombed so hard they killed all interest in their respective shows.
What's that supposed to mean?
What that means is, the next time you come into my room and carry on like this, you better be ready to finish whatever it is you came here to start.
Season 3, Westworld.
I read your book.
Book? What book?
Think of it as an unauthorized autobiography.
Oh, what could have been with this show. After a middling second season, fans were hoping that Westworld would get back on its feet. They were wrong. The proof of concept was entirely alien to what made them fall in love with this show. What started as a fun mystery western with robot cowboys turned into another generic sci-fi dystopia, with androids in the near future of Neo Los Angeles. Yawn.
They say it's a meritocracy. The system picks the right people for the right job, which is great, I guess. But I don't know where that leaves the rest of us.
Their narrative was also significantly dumbed down with more straightforward storytelling and painfully on-the-nose dialogue. Add in some bland new characters and weak development for existing ones, and you have a season that bombed with a capital B. Westworld lasted just one more season before the park was officially closed.
You're letting an algorithm decide the fate of the company? People died because of our machines.
Season 2, Terminator, The Sarah Connor Chronicles.
It's another computer, it's a program.
What's it do?
Right now, plays a mean game of chess. A couple years, it's gonna get really pissed off. Blow up the world.
This was a fun idea for a Terminator show, ignoring Rise of the Machines and following both John and Sarah after the events of Judgment Day. While the first season was hindered by the writer's strike, it received good reviews and was moderately popular. And its popularity continued into its second season. Well, with diehard Terminator fans anyway.
She's stronger and faster.
We have to kill her, John.
I know!
Casual fans quickly bailed. Season 2 saw a middling reception, with some critics citing its slow pacing and aimless narrative. Despite an extensive fan campaign to save it, ratings continued to plummet, and Fox eventually pulled the plug on this Terminator.
Did you do it? Did you kill her? John Connor let her go.
Season 7, The Walking Dead.
I want you to think about what could have happened. Think about what happened. And think about what can still happen.
It really is amazing how fast The Walking Dead dropped off. One night it was a defining piece of pop culture. The next it was a walking corpse aimlessly shuffling towards a conclusion. A lot of goodwill evaporated through Season 7, although some fans were already getting fatigued from its repetitive narrative structure. The season started in controversial fashion, killing off 2 beloved characters and drawing criticism for its excessive violence.
Buddy, you still there? I just don't know. It seems like you're trying to speak, but you just took a hell of a hit.
But it only got worse from there, with the cheap student film quality and over-reliance on Negan and his silly monologues and some severe pacing issues. While The Walking Dead continued for 4 more seasons, it was just that, and ratings plummeted off a cliff.
You're thinking of leading the hilltop over there to fight?
I am. Negan finds out they're planning something, they're gonna need help. Even with those scavengers at their side.
Season 2, Carnival.
Don't be a fool, boy.
I don't aim to be. Not this time. I'm gonna turn myself over to the others. They'll make me pay and give me more of a choice than I got with you.
Does anyone remember the HBO show Carnival? The first season was released in 2003, a time when HBO was really hot and experimenting with tons of new ideas. And Carnival was no different, being a very surreal show with challenging themes and a dense mythology. It certainly wasn't for everyone, but it was a surprise hit nonetheless, garnering great reviews and huge ratings. But the second season was too ambitious, even for its devoted followers.
What have you done?
The symbolism grew denser, the themes heavier, the plot more difficult to follow. While some fans enjoyed deciphering the layered narrative, many found it too confusing, leading to rapidly dwindling rating. HBO found it difficult to justify its enormous budget, and the show was canceled, leaving many storylines annoyingly incomplete.
You know what I bet? My God, you know what I bet? I bet old Jonesy already headed out. He's probably waiting for us up on down the road.
You think?
Season 8, That 70s Show.
This is fun. What a great idea. Making a tape to send to Eric in Africa.
Many shows have suffered from it, nearly all have been killed by it. We're talking, of course, about missing main character syndrome. That 70s Show tried soldiering on without Eric Foreman, as Topher Grace had left the show to pursue a steadier career in movies. That alone was bad enough, but Ashton Kutcher also decided to leave, meaning Season 8 was largely without both Eric and Kelso.
Is it Eric going away? Is that why you use this stuff? Kitty,
If you were feeling blue, you didn't have to turn to drugs. I would have made you a martini.
Unsurprisingly, it didn't work. Many fans couldn't enjoy the show without two of its main characters, and newcomer Randy Pearson earned a ton of ire for being both annoying and unfunny. Season 8 would be the show's last, but at least it went out in a fun way by closing out the decade.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Season 5, Arrested Development.
Job said he heard something in the attic.
Oh, yeah? Well, hopefully it's not my father.
George Sr.
Okay, this bug guy really knows our family.
Netflix tried making Arrested Development work, but if you ask the show's fans, it probably should have stayed canceled. Both of the Netflix seasons suffered from the same problems, most notably the lack of cast dynamics. Scheduling conflicts meant that many scenes were shot with only a few characters at a time, and the show completely lost the ensemble dynamic that made the first 3 seasons so fantastic.
Am I that much of a monster, Michael, even to you?
No, not at all. I wasn't expecting, a man to be sitting in a scuba junior leaping out at me up in the attic, that's all.
This problem was much worse in Season 4, but it still persisted through 5. The writing also suffered, with predictable jokes, weird character beats, and a very awkward plot structure that was both sprawling and unfocused. Season 5 failed to right the wrongs that 4 committed, and the show was canceled for a second time.
I feel like men run away from me.
Stuck here doing therapy.
I've been deserted. Is that my fault?
Season 2, Twin Peaks.
If you want this case, it's yours. Harry, I want it.
Few shows have dropped in quality as hard as Twin Peaks. The first season was a cultural phenomenon, with everyone asking the same question: who killed Laura Palmer? But the second was frankly a mess. This was largely owing to the absence of showrunners David Lynch and Mark Frost, both of whom left over creative differences with the network.
Wyndham Earle's mind is like a diamond. It's cold and hard and brilliant.
The result was an aimless disaster, with a meandering plot, bizarre storylines, and writers trying to emulate Lynch's trademark weirdness. Trying being the prominent word. By the end of 1991, the show was as dead as Laura Palmer, despite being the biggest thing on TV just 1 year before. Luckily, fans were treated to a wonderful, albeit subversive, third season in 2017.
This is the water, and this is the well. Drink full and ascend.
Season 9, Scrubs.
They tore down the old crappy hospital and rebuilt it on the med school campus. I'm just back to teach some classes. First, though, I need to do my morning good luck ritual.
The 9th season of Scrubs asked a lot of its audience. It was a deeply unnecessary continuation, as Scrubs had already delivered a satisfying and emotional series finale. But now it was reversing course, and Season 9's attempt to soft reboot the show was met with severe backlash by longtime fans.
I smell kiwi.
Yeah, it's my shampoo. I love kiwis, okay?
I love them too! Actually, that's not true. They're hairy. They look like monkey nuts.
Don't smell people. It's weird.
It also underwent significant cast changes, with uninteresting new characters taking the spotlight while mainstays like JD, Turk, and Cox took supporting roles. It just wasn't at all what fans wanted or expected. It didn't help that the writing wasn't up to snuff either. With undeveloped characters and a more generic sitcom-y tone, the show received its lowest ratings ever and quickly flatlined.
If you count to 10 before you run, I should be able to get downstairs and over to you.
I'm already counting!
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Season 2, Heroes.
So, if you're really interested in saving the world, the least you could do is let me buy you a drink.
People forget just how much of a phenomenon the first season of Heroes was, and that's because 2 was so stinking bad that it completely erased the show from cultural memory. There were important external factors hampering the quality of the season, most notably the writer's strike that threw everyone's plans into chaos. The result was a slow, meandering pace that greatly frustrated viewers, especially following the fast-paced, high-stakes narrative of Season 1.
You're new, right?
Yeah.
So what are you?
Meaning what exactly?
There were also a number of poorly received storylines, like Hiro in feudal Japan, Sylar's lack of powers, and Peter's amnesia. Add in some whatever new characters like Maya, Alejandro, and Adam Monroe, and you have a disastrous season that effectively killed all interest in the burgeoning show.
You don't want to talk about your exams? I don't want to talk about my dreams.
Molly, I want to help you. I don't want you to be afraid.
I said I didn't want to talk about it!
Did you enjoy these seasons, or did they kill the shows for you? Let us know in the comments below.
Mrs. Foreman, what a great idea, making a tape to send to Eric in Africa.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from Watch Mojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.